So this is going to be a short overview of where I'm at with my personal game project, kind of the idea behind it, um, just to kind of have a little recording about my roadmap for this thing. So the idea behind this game is just a third-person action-adventure game, kind of like a Dark Souls or Zelda-like, Devil May Cry sort of gameplay. I've been working on it for a few months now, just trying to revise things. Got to the point where I needed to do a major code revision, so I thought I would kind of show off how far I've gotten and kind of describe that code revision. So kind of the idea is just to have a third-person controller, control this avatar, run around, jump, be able to go upstairs, jump and fall, be animated. Basic movement that's pretty fun. Before I get into combat or anything, I want to make sure that the movement's good. Yeah, it's pretty good right now. I think I'm at the point now where I'm ready to move on to new features. So we've got, basic movement, turning around, kind of do a half stick walk like that, crease up to a run, pretty good. Got a camera lock-on system, so I just use two different Cinemachine cameras, and I have this one here I call Cinemachine Z Target. So this one's following the chest bone of the player character, and then I'm feeding it a target group. So this target group is something I'm going to populate later with like a target list, like a blackboard. I'm going to have some kind of seek range in front of the player. So if there's a possible enemy, like in a normal kind of targeting system, you push the right stick down, it'll lock onto them, and then you can cycle through them, moving the stick around. But for now, this is just feeding the target group this one enemy transform. So that's this guy here. So basically what I do is I can just switch between these two different cameras. You can see whenever I click my right stick, I'm deactivating my third-person camera. I'm activating my Z-Target camera. It just kind of returns to whatever position it was in before. So kind of a nice little lock-on system. Anyways, so what I'm going to kind of break down here in the next few videos is just kind of describing how all these different chunks of code work and compare them to the old script that I used to use that did everything. Kind of went through and changed it so that it's a little bit more manageable for adding new features. Basically, each one of these is only dependent on its predecessor. So if I go through and deactivate all my scripts except for my character movement, the game will still work. It just won't have any of the other features. So I can go through, deactivate all these. All I have left is this character movement. You can see how it acts with just that. Alright, so I can still move my camera. That's its own static class. But yeah, it's a lot different now. No animations. The player character doesn't turn. No more camera control for lock-on. Can't jump. Can't dodge around. There's a lot missing now. Kind of the reason I separated them out is just for bug testing. Because if I have something going on in my animations, I don't really want that to interfere with what's happening inside of this. But it's pretty simple just to activate the script here. Boom. And now I'm animating. So it's kind of useful to be able to deactivate those scripts one by one. Here, if I go into my rotation, now it's a little bit more little bit more realistic. I can actually turn around. Different little things can be turned on and off. It's kind of handy. I can pop in a character jump there now if I want to. Just to test, the height of it, and then if I like the height, I can turn on my animator again. That's basically the idea behind all these different scripts. So I think what I'll do in the next few videos is just break down how each one of these smaller scripts works, kind of compare them to what I had in my big old mega script here, and kind of help people understand how this whole thing works. And I'll be going through some of the Cinemachine stuff, which I kind of struggled with for a while, and I think I've finally started getting a hand on it, like how to get your cameras tuned in real nice. So, alright, thanks for watching. I'll update this channel as soon as I can.